What if I told you you could clean your data once and never have to repeat the same data cleaning process again? That sounds too good to be true, right? Well, that's exactly what we're going to be doing in today's session. Now, before we move into anything, let's talk about the importance of data cleaning. Data cleaning is one of the most important stages of the data analysis process, and this is because it ensures the accuracy and reliability of your analysis. If your data is not clean, then your analysis will not be reliable either. In fact, many beginners don't realize that data analysts spend more time cleaning data than building dashboards, than building models or generating insights. Last year, I hosted a live session on data cleaning, and since then, many of you have asked for a practical demonstration using Power Query, and so in this video, that's exactly what we are going to do. Now, before we jump into the practical session, let me quickly talk about why Power Query is such a valuable tool. I remember spending hours cleaning the same reports every single month, removing duplicates, fixing formatting issues, splitting columns, and repeating the same steps over and over again. And the problem with manual cleaning is that whenever new data arrives, you always have to repeat the entire process all over again. And that's where Power Query comes in. So Power Query is a powerful tool that is built right into Excel. It allows you to clean, it allows you to transform, and it also helps you to prepare your data more efficiently. So instead of repeating the same steps again and again every month, instead of repeating the same cleaning process every month, Power Query is going to record every transformation that you make. So when a new version of your data sets arrives, you don't have to start all over again or start from scratch. So you simply refresh the query, and then the Power Query will help you to automatically apply all your cleaning steps. And that's one of the reasons why Power Query is an essential tool for data analysts. Now, before we continue, I want to emphasize something very key. While Power Query is very powerful, I still believe that every aspiring data analyst should learn the fundamentals of data cleaning first. So you should understand functions like trim for removing extra spaces, proper for formatting text, text to columns for splitting data, concat for combining values, and other essential Excel functions. Why? And this is because Power Query does not solve all problems. Understanding the fundamentals will give you that flexibility that you need. It helps you to know exactly what is happening behind the scenes. And I want you to know that Power Query is just an accelerator. It is not a replacement for foundational knowledge. So it is very important for you to learn the fundamentals first. Learn the foundation of data cleaning before you start learning the automation part, which is Power Query. Now, for today's practice, we're going to be working with a messy financial transaction data set, and I will show you step by step how to clean it using Power Query. You can download the data set from the link in the description and follow along with me. So let's get started. The first step is getting data into Power Query. When you open the financial transaction data file, you will see a messy transaction data on the raw transaction sheets. So click anywhere in your data. Now go to the data tab on the Excel ribbon. In the get and transform data section, click from data or range. When you click that, Excel will likely ask you to confirm the range of your data, and just click OK. Excel is going to transform your data into an official table, and then it opens a brand new window that is called the Power Query Editor. So this is your new dedicated workspace for data transformation. Now, the next step is for you to understand the Power Query interface. This is the Power Query Editor. It might look a little intimidating at first, but let's break it down. At the left pane, this is where your queries are listed. you can have multiple queries in one workbook. At the center pane, this is the data preview. You will see your data here, and then it updates in real time as you apply your cleaning steps. And then at the right step, you would see your applied steps here, and this is the most crucial part of this query editor. Every single action that you take to clean your data will be recorded here as a step, and this is what makes Power Query very powerful and repeatable. Now to the ribbon. The ribbon is at the top. It has all your transformation tools, and I would like you to check each of them. They are organized in a logical way. Now notice that Power Query has already added a few steps automatically, like source and changed type. It tries to guess what your data types are, but we are going to refine it definitely. Now that we understand the interface, let's clean the transaction data. But one thing I want you to pay attention to throughout this process is the applied steps pane on the right hand side. Every action that we perform is automatically recorded by Power Query, and this is what makes it so powerful, like I said earlier, because once you've cleaned your data, you can simply refresh the query the next time your new data arrives. So the first action that we need to do is to remove duplicate transactions. The first issue I can see in this data set is duplicate transaction records. Duplicate transactions can distort your analysis, and it can also lead to inaccurate reporting. So it is always good to check for them. I'll select the transaction ID column. I right click on the column header, and then I choose remove duplicates. Immediately, the Power Query removes the duplicate records and add a new step called removed duplicates in the applied steps pane. Notice that I didn't have to write a formula or manually search for duplicates. Power Query handled it in just a few clicks. Now let's look at the customer name column. Notice that some names contain extra spaces while others have inconsistent formatting. These may seem like small issues, but they can create problems during analysis, especially when grouping or summarizing data. And so to fix this, I'll select the customer name column. I'll go to the transform tab. Under the format, I'll select trim. This removes any unnecessary spaces before or after the text. Now I'll return to the format, and I will choose capitalize each word. Now all customer names follow a consistent format. Take a look at the applied steps pane again. Power Query has recorded both transformations for us automatically. Now let's move to the product category column. You will notice that each value contains two pieces of information separated by an underscore. For example, we might have values like electronics underscore phones, groceries underscore beverages, fashion underscore shoes. Now instead of keeping everything in one column, let's separate them. So I'll select the product underscore category column, then I will go to the transform tab. I select split column. I choose by delimiter. Power Query automatically detects the underscore delimiter, and then I'll click OK. And just like that, we now have two separate columns. One contains the main category and the other contains the subcategory, and this makes our data much easier to analyze later. So I'll quickly rename the columns to category and subcategory. Now let's examine the status column. I can already see some inconsistencies. For example, some records show complete in the normal form, while others show complete in all capital letter, or pending in lowercase. Even though these values represent the same status, Excel is going to treat them as different values. And so to standardize them, I'll select the status column, then go to the transform and choose replace values. I'll replace complete in capital letters with complete in the normal format. Then I'll repeat the same process and replace pending. Now, every transaction status follows the same naming convention. Consistency like this is extremely important when building reports and dashboards. Next, let's look at the amount column. You'll notice that Power Query is currently treating it as text instead of a numeric value. So if we leave it this way, we won't be able to perform calculations correctly. Now, to fix this, I'll click the data type icon beside the amount column header. Then I'll select decimal number. Now, Power Query recognizes the values as number, which means we can perform calculations, aggregations, and analysis without issues. Before we finish, let's take another look at the applied steps pane. This pane is essentially a record of every transformation we've performed. What's great about this is that you can click any step to see what the data looks like at that stage. If you make a mistake, you can delete a step. If necessary, you can even modify or arrange steps. So this flexibility is one of the reasons Power Query is such a valuable tool for analysts. And remember, these steps are not just cleaning today's data sets, they are creating a repeatable process that can be applied to future data sets as well. Now that our transformation data is clean, let's bring it back to Excel. I'll go back to the Home tab in the Power Query editor, then click Close and Load. Power Query will create a new worksheet containing the clean version of our data set. And there it is. Our data is now clean, is now structured, and it is ready for analysis. And the best part is that when next month's data finally arrives, I don't have to repeat all these data cleaning processes again. I can simply replace the source data and refresh the query, and then I have my results. Power Query will automatically repeat every transformation that we have created today, and that's the real power of Power Query. The interesting thing about Power Query is this: what you've done so far is just the beginning. The tool is very powerful, and what we've covered in this video only scratches the face, because in real world data, you're not just going to be dealing with duplicate or inconsistent text. You're also going to run into blank rows that needs to be removed. You're going to run into errors that need to be cleaned or replaced. You're going to see columns that need to be merged into a single field. You're going to have new calculated columns that need to be created, and even entire data sets that need reshaping before they can be used for analysis. And the good thing is Power Query can handle all that without stress. So you don't need to write complex formulas every time. You just need to apply your steps once, and it becomes a repeatable process that you can use anytime new data comes in. So everything you've seen in this video is not a one-time skill. It is a workflow that you can keep building on. Now, I've kept this video focused on the core basics so you can clearly understand how Power Query thinks. But as you continue practicing, you realize that there is so much more to learn, and that's the real power. And so it is not just for cleaning, it also helps you to build a system that cleans it for you. So take the data set in the description, try out these steps yourselves, and then challenge yourself to explore even more transformations inside Power Query, because the more you practice, the more you start thinking like a data analyst and not someone that is just cleaning your data manually. And with that said, let's wrap it up. And that's it. We've successfully cleaned a messy transaction data set using Power Query. In this video, we learned how to remove duplicate records, how to clean and standardize customer name, how to split columns into separate fields, how to standardize transaction statuses, assign the correct data types, and build a repeatable cleaning workflow. And most importantly, you've seen how Power Query can help you to move away from repetitive manual cleaning and towards a more automated and efficient process. Remember, Power Query is an incredible power tool, but it works when combined with a solid understanding of data cleaning fundamentals and Excel function. And so the goal is not just for you to know which buttons to click. The goal is for you to understand why you are making this transformation and how it improves the quality of your data. I hope you found the tutorial helpful. If you did, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and let me know in the comments what Excel, Power Query, or data analysis topic you would like me to cover next. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.